Holding cane stalks and placards, a small group of cane farmers stood in the sun outside the National Assembly to send a message to government. They were joined by representatives from various groups who are showing support for the hardworking men and women from the north.
And we know that in heart there are many that would want to come, because as you know, many of them have their families and have things to do on their own. But we have this amount of farmers here in symbolism that we need changes to be done in favor of the farmers. So the amount of farmers we have here, we know that there are some that are coming on their way. It doesn't reflect the numbers, what is the cause that we are fighting for. That is it.
There was no militancy in the group, just an insistence that they must be heard by the government, which many feel have betrayed them. This small group, dubbed extremist and radical by Prime Minister Dean Barrow, condemned the current agreement with ASR-BSI. That battle is lost. But today they know that the government is pushing the amendments to the Sugar Industry Act through all its stages. They are hoping that even now, at the 11th hour, benefits to farmers are factored into those amendments.
Can't fight anymore, it's over, but we are here to show that we are not satisfied with what we were forced to do, because we were expecting that the Prime Minister would give us a better deal, but he didn't give us a good deal. So the big farmers that have like 12, 10 tons are scared that they are going to lose their cane, so they don't need that money, I guess, so they gave up. So the small farmers have to just give up. So we had to go and sign, but we are here because we are not satisfied.
What we want to accomplish is we want respect from our government to our cane farmers. It's true that the farmers have, yesterday they said a yes to the signing, and we are not going against that because we want our farmers to deliver their cane. And we have seen that farmers have been cornered, and I have been saying this from ever since. The situation is that what we are looking for, we heard the Prime Minister announce that he will be making some changes on the law. Well, we want those changes to reflect on them, benefit to the farmers.
Last week, the NTUCB pledged support for the cane farmers, and today representatives were out, though not in the numbers which would have ensured the message be heard. Still, they are on board.
The National Trade Union Congress really did not get on board late, The problem was how the events unfolded. We had been on the ground for at least about 2 months right now, trying to get their leadership to react. But we had to, in a sense, kind of bypass their leadership and go directly to the cane farmers. And that took us a lot of energy, a lot of resources. So it's not that the NTUCB came late. That's a misconception that is out there in the media.
They chanted and marched around the National Assembly. They stood shoulder to shoulder, stevedores from Belize City with farmers from the north. And they made their stance outside the House, where their representatives sat in session. When this is done, the farmers will get ready to deliver their cane, because their survival depends on it.
Yes, of course, each and every member, even myself, I didn't sign the paper. I am not in agreement with it. But the law says that any farmer, once the doors are open, that the farmers have the privilege to deliver their cane. It is true that the farmers approved to sign the paper, but the farmers are not in content with that. They did so because they are cornered, because our own Prime Minister said that the farmers have to sign, or else there would be no crop. Mr. Ellington came out and said that the farmers had very little opportunity to have any negotiation because of the product we have. Well, we are showing them that we have good product.
The protest outside the House broke up just as the House meeting neared its end. The amendments to the Sugar Industry Act pushed through all stages. Mike Rodon for News.